And y'all wonder why I wear these sunglasses. Peace, Oakland. Welcome back to Gotham, Oakland. And I am your host, Seneca Scott, Oakland's favorite war correspondent. And today we are checking into a reality that nobody seems to want to face. Oakland, California is officially closed for business. Now listen, people, I've heard of the term checking out, but Oakland's hotel industry has taken that phrase way too literally. First, we lost a historic Hilton at the airport because nothing says welcome to Oakland quite like telling visitors that their hotel is technically in Berkeley. Then, earlier this year, the Jack London Inn folded. And let's be honest, it was never exactly the Ritz-Carlton, but at least it was ours, damn it. And now the Oakland Marriott and the sister property, the Courtyard Marriott, gone. Both seized by the lender. Oakland hotels are vanishing faster than Councilmember Carol Fife when it's time to vote on anything that might actually fix this damn city. Now, you know things are grim when the Marriott, a company that literally operates hotels in war zone, says, I'm sorry, Oakland, you are a little too intense even for us. Now, these hotels have survived riots, earthquakes, even Oakland Raiders fans, only to be defeated by a combination of corruption and city hall policies that make escape from New York look like a tourism ad. And if you don't believe me, tell me why not a single event or conference is scheduled at the Marriott Convention Center this summer. Not one. And in more breaking news, Colliers is trying to sell the Scottish Rites Temple because apparently in Oakland, even the Masons are giving up and ghosting the city. And maybe that's why Oakland's Port Commissioner and Chamber of Commerce President Barbara Leslie keeps trying to rename the Oakland airport to add San Francisco. Because if you can't keep the hotels open, you might as well rebrand and hope nobody notices that they're actually landing in a dystopian crime scene. At this rate, our next tourist attraction might be an Airbnb at City Hall, offering guests an authentic, immersive crime drama experience. It comes with free needles and crack pipes, if that's your thing. And of course, a can of spray paint. 5 stars if you make it out alive. But here's the kicker. It's not just hotels packing up their pillows and complimentary soaps and shampoo. Businesses, big and small, are fleeing the city faster than Queen Mayor Barbara Lee, sprinting to another ribbon-cutting photo opportunity or food blogger event. And yet, our city leaders, ever detached from reality, are still insisting that everything is fine. Oakland, this isn't just a wake-up call. It's a damn 3-alarm fire. And if we don't confront the root causes, the real causes, crime, corruption, and a criminally incompetent leadership, then we'll be welcoming visitors with signs that read, welcome to Oakland. Still wherever you like, just not here. Let's get into it. So today's episode is checking out Oakland's hotel apocalypse. So as we mentioned, the Hilton closed back last summer. Now remember who called that? It was me. I don't know if you guys remember that. Actually, let's go to the next slide here. Remember this? Explosive news, the airport Hilton on Hagenberger, where former Mayor Sheng Tao had her press conference just last week, where she did her usual gaslighting performance that crimes down. Sounds like Groundhog's Day. They're doing that again. Will close this summer, they announced soon. That's right. Extremely credible sources are telling me that the Hilton Hotel is leaving their massive and historic location by the airport due to losing most of their customers to crime. No one believed me. I told the media, no one reported it, and of course, on schedule, bye-bye Hilton. Same thing happened with the historic waterfront hotel, and now the same thing has happened to the Marriott Convention Center Hotel. So what's going on here, guys? We need to sit and think about this for a second. Actually, we're not going to get to that yet. We need to talk about this for a second. We're going to go bankrupt. We've already covered that. We're going to go bankrupt because of things like this. We can't keep major hotels open. We have no tourism coming to the city. People are opting to go in literally a circle around Oakland because look at the weather outside. Oakland, California is still one of the best places to live. The Bay Area, the Bay Area is still one of the best places on planet Earth to live. But when it comes to doing business, people are opting out of doing business in Oakland. Let's talk about this Scottish Rites temple on the market. I got the prospectus from Collier's. Beautiful, beautiful building. I mean, look at this place. It's got a 94 walk score, 84 transit score. It's located right on the lake in Oakland, California. It's near all of the major hotels, dining amenities. It's got everything. I mean, I think they're asking around 120 million or so for this property. Historic. I mean, I've never actually been here, but the Masons bouncing. Even the Masons are like, man, we got to get up out of Oakland, California. What do they know that we don't know? Seriously. Oh, fun fact. This property has never been formally marketed in 100 years. You heard that right. As long as this property has been around, they have never put it on the market formally. And now all of a sudden, it's for sale. 120 million. Who's going to buy it? I wish I had $120 million. I don't know if I would buy this building, but I just wish I had $120 million. I'd probably be getting the hell up out of Oakland if I had $120 million. Or maybe I would use that money to take back the city because it probably would cost a few $1,000,000 to really get a hold of his politics because that's how much money the unions are spending every year to keep their preferred people in office. All right, let's talk about these car rammings. The ram and robs are actually an epidemic in Oakland. And if you don't know what a ram and rob is, it's when someone steals a car, they put either drive the vehicle straight through the front of a store. That's why you see all these barriers being put in front of his stores nowadays. And they usually go in and steal the ATM machine or whatever that they're doing. And we have 2 of those happen last night. I think it's worth sharing that because it's exactly why we are having these hotels leave. We have a crime exodus and a crime epidemic and nobody wants to talk about it.
Back robberies in Oakland just before 2 this morning where a vehicle slammed into this convenience store right here on Hagenberger Road. Just look at that mess right there. A clerk tells us he heard a loud crash and came out from the back of the store to find a black SUV inside the store. He believes the suspects were after the ATM. This is the second time this AMPM has been targeted. Now, just a few miles away, a very similar scene, another AMPM hit and even a bigger mess here. This is at 106th Avenue and MacArthur Boulevard. And look at all that damage to the front of the store there. Police say an SUV here was used to break into the store just before 3 this morning. It turns out the wrecked vehicle used to batter the building was stolen out of San Leandro. There's no word on any suspect information, and it's still unclear if anything was taken and whether both incidents are connected.
This has been normalized in Oakland, California. Remember the Yemeni shopkeepers that own many of these stores when they met with the police chief and they met with the DA? And they complain about this happening to them day in and day out. Let's take a look at one of those videos, actually. Let me go ahead and bring one of them up. In case you didn't see it, I need you to...
We're in the city of Oakland where we got real killers And Gates, a lot of people are gonna die. I hope none of us die that's in here, but be ready, because I'm just saying, when you call 911, you're on your own. Maybe we can come to you, somebody hanging out, you end up fighting. No, I'm saying, well, I'm just trying to make it very clear and honest, Chief of Police. And you know, some people don't like to hear the truth, but the truth is the truth. Like, we should have a special task force. We need the FBI to come in, sit next to you, and sit next to you to where it can be serious, because your hands are tied. You only can do so much. Like you said, you're in your lane. So everybody, you know, they don't understand how deep this is. You know, I almost got killed a couple of times in Oakland just by, hey, don't do that, don't do this, and don't break in. You get killed, man, messing with these guys. And the drugs are heavy, the fentanyl, the meth, and everything else. But anyway, I don't want to take too much more time. If you're serious, Chief of Police, and I'm telling you this, that way you can sleep at night, and you can sleep at night for the rest of your life. Get the National Guard, get some drones, and get the federal government to come help you out, because this city is messed up, it's bad. And we don't want nobody else getting hurt, nobody losing more money.
My man, he back that microphone, man. He was waiting all day. I was there. He was waiting all day to get that off his chest. He said, if you want to sleep at night, get the FBI, get some drones. The drugs are heavy. We got real killers out here in the streets of Oakland. And we do have real killers out here in the streets of Oakland. But if you ask City Council, if they decide to come to work that day and vote on something, instead of running out of the door, what do they tell you? Everything's fine. Crime's improving. It's the perception of crime that's the problem. It has been normalized to have massive illegal dumping, at least on lower than the 580. We don't have this illegal dumping problem above the 580 nearly as much. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but not nearly as much. But here in working class communities of color, we have pervasive illegal dumping to the tons per week. No, not one of those thumbs up emoji, man. I gotta get rid of that. Tons a week. We have ramming robs all over the hood. We have encampments and open air drug markets all over the neighborhood. They're playing whack-a-mole with these encampment closures right now because they're not really giving anyone any housing. And we have a city hall that is so incompetent that the Alameda County Grand Jury literally dedicated their entire grand jury report this year to the city of Oakland, giving taxpayers a clear mandate to call them out on their gross incompetence. And what do? Well, I still haven't seen a single news article beyond the Oakland side. I'm sorry, a single news story in legacy media, ABC, KTVU, NBC, Cron 4. Not one of you has covered the Cole lawsuit. 9 years this has been going on, potential to bankrupt the city of Oakland, and not one of you has run a story. What are you waiting for? Are you waiting for the city of Oakland to give you a press release? Oh, and by the way, city of Oakland, why has there not been a single press release issued to the city explaining to taxpayers why you decided to flush at least $30 million of our taxpayer dollars down the toilet, and probably another 100 or so million when we lose the bankruptcy case that's coming in Kentucky? And I keep talking about this, and when you finally hear about it, I don't want to hear any surprises. Okay, I know half of you on city council, or more than half of you on city council at this point, are watching this show. So when we go bankrupt from that lawsuit in Kentucky, I don't want to hear a single excuse. Ryan Richardson should have told you, but since he's the crumb bum, sycophant idiot in lying to you because he signed a loyalty pledge to no coal in Oakland in the Sierra Club, because he signed a loyalty pledge circumventing his oath of office, can't have two pledges, Ryan Richardson, contradicting each other, and everyone else who signed that pledge. I mean, I feel like I'm saying the same thing every episode. I feel like I'm saying the same thing. I hope I'm getting across to you. Hopefully I'm preaching to the choir so the choir knows what to sing. So please, go sing. Go help us sing. Go to city council meetings and make your voice heard. I think you may have 1 or 2 meetings before they go off on summer vacation. Yes, our city council believes that for bankrupting the city, chasing away all of our major hotels, letting ramming robs happen on a nightly basis, having shy shows all over the place, and basically just being completely negligent in doing their job, they deserve a vacation. I heard Queen Barbara Lee is going to Martha Vineyard. She about to get her inkwell on. She got to be over here with Lorenz Tate and the bougie black families in Martha Vineyards while we over here in Oakland, California, living in hell. Government lying about it. Businesses suffering. Families suffering. School districts suffering. Children can't read. Kids not eating. Elderly people afraid to go to the store. If they have a store left to go to that isn't closed down. Please, for the love of God, do something. If you're listening to Gotham, Oakland, I'm only making this show to inspire action. Remember, I'm here to provide timely, relevant, and actionable information. The actionable part being key. So please do something, anything this week. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Yes, I forgot to say that this episode. Do all of that stuff. But more importantly, call one of your elected officials. Call your city council person. Call the at-large. Does Rowena Brown even remember that she has a job? What is her? City council, listen to me. Your job is to legislate. Your job is to find legislative solutions, policy solutions to our current issue. Not pass budgets that cut public safety, that put you out of alignment with ballot measures, not to ignore our impending financial doom and go on vacation instead of solving these problems, but to uphold your oath of office, do the job. If you don't have any intentions on doing the job, why even apply for it? And for those of you who are saying, give them more time, and they've only been in office for a couple hundred days or a few months, every single person when they were running for office, they said that they were better than their competitors because of their ability to hit the ground running, because they had a grasp of the issues. They had a command of the issues. I'm not accepting any excuses now. Not a single person has hit the ground running as promised. 4 elections next year. 4 elections next year. 2, 4, 6 mayor. 5 elections next year. 2, 4, 6 mayor and city auditor. Michael Houston, I hope you're running again. He's one of the few bright lights in our electorate. And for the rest of these positions, not a single person who is an incumbent right now I believe deserves to get that seat back. And so, District 4, Janani Ramachandran. Somebody please run against her. District 2, Charlene Wang, who was the hardest working candidate in the world to get the job and then freaking disappeared once she got the job. Someone run against her. And then in, what do we got, 6? Kevin Jenkins, are you running? I heard some things that you're not running. Somebody run against him too. We need to keep pressure on Councilmember Jenkins, although I do think he did a decent job as the interim mayor, so much that I would rather have just kept him until this next election. He's still laying out the woods because he put that budget in place and he voted on that budget that cut a police academy but lets Oakland workers not come back to work, which is, I think I need to do an episode on Friday. Are we back to work yet? Is Oakland workers back to work? Is anyone downtown? Have any of the businesses reported an increase in customers? Are people really back to work, or do they just lie and let the unions get away whatever they want? I heard that no one really came back to work. Nothing changed, and that flex schedule is a bunch of crap, and no one's talking about it because, again, we have no watchdog. Well, save Gotham, Oakland. So hopefully watching this show. Like, comment, subscribe, come back, see you Friday. Peace, love y'all.
Yo, I swear it's only up from here. Yo, I swear it's only up from here. Yo, I swear it's only up from here. Yo, I swear it's only up from here.